Hey fam, Shay here. Thanks so much for all of the support that you have given this podcast over the past 2 years. Being a producer of a podcast has literally been a passion of mine for the last 4 years, it seems like. And this has been such an amazing growth for me to be able to see all the different clients that I have and be able to see their projects come to life. Now, the great thing about the service that I provide is that I am a mobile producer, which means I do come to my client's house. I do have all the equipment available, so you don't really need much to start your own podcast because I basically have everything that you might need. So, if this is something that you are interested in, if you have been listening to this podcast for 2 years and you're like, listen, I want to start my own podcast too, please reach out to me. My email address is ShayyBellaa It's ShayyBellaa at iCloud.com. And let me know where your head's at. I can give you all the ins and outs on it. We can kind of discuss all the things that go into creating a podcast and really just help you get started. Again, that's ShayyBellaa at iCloud.com, and I look forward to hearing from you. All right, now let's jump into today's episode, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Some of you are wanting to be in a phenomenal relationship where you get loved the way you deserve to be loved, and you get to love the way you want to love, but we're not taking the risk. You've been wanting to do skydiving, zip lining, jet skiing, traveling around the world. There's some stuff that you've been wanting to take a risk in, and you can't live your best life if you don't choose to take those risks. What's up, family? Welcome to the Bacon Bits Podcast, where we desire for you to take the bits of information and immediately apply them to your life for success. The ground rules for our podcast are that it will always, and I do mean always, be uplifting, encouraging, and informative. The areas of life that we will be talking about on the Bacon Bits Podcast today is dealing with having a balanced life. And I need to hear y'all say it. Say you valuable. Information applied equals success. And fam, what we're going to be talking about on this episode today is get busy living. Getting busy, living your best life. It is so easy for us to get wrapped up into our everyday existence and doing the mundane stuff, which has to be done. It has to be done. You know, us paying bills, taking care of loved ones, taking care of our kids, making sure the marriage is going good, taking care of your health, keeping your mind sharp, making sure your spirit is good. But fam, in the process, sometimes we forget to really appreciate those moments. In the mundane is some of the most phenomenal things that could have ever happened to you in your time. And so the reason why this episode was so important to me is, man, because people, as I'm getting older, are dying. It is something that we don't talk enough about, which is death. It's going to happen. Now, obviously, we've been, living as much as we live in, and when we die, we gone. But we don't talk about enough about what we need to appreciate and enjoy in the seasons that we're in. And it was this little book that I'm reading by Matthew Kelly called Resisting Happiness. And one of the chapters in the book just happens to be Get Busy Living. And he has these questions up in here that people usually end up saying towards the end of their life. I am blessed and privileged to be with my queen on Thursdays, and we work at a wonderful nursing home, Heritage Oaks assisted living home, and we get a chance to be with some of the elderly and people that are transitioning to their next life. And in the process of being there, man, you're going to have some conversations with the people. And some of the questions that came up in the book is the same questions that I get a chance to hear at the nursing home, and it makes me think like, man, really enjoy your life while you can. Don't buy into the whole wait till you 65 and live your best life. But man, live your best life now, man, because we have no guarantee, no promise that we're going to live to see tomorrow. And what I would love for people to be able to do is not to wish for this stuff to happen, but to actually do it. So some of the things that people say that they ought to be doing is, instead of saying, I wish I could have, I wish I should have, I wish I had, they should be saying, I wish I had the courage to just be myself. And I don't want you to wish that you had the courage to be that. I want you to be that, man. Be your best authentic version of yourself. Be who God intended for you to be. Man, there's something you're supposed to be doing that can't nobody else do what you do like you do it. And how many of us are courageous enough to be ourselves? The part that trips me out about this life is most of the people that are listening to a podcast, or they're looking at some of their favorite motivational speakers or whatever it may be when it comes to encouragement. The reason why we like them is because they are their authentic version of themselves. Our favorite actor, favorite sports figure, whatever it may be, we usually love them because they are their authentic version of themselves. And we have got to get to the point where we are living our best life, being the best version that we can be. And it's easy for us to get distracted. It's easy for us to get discouraged by other people's opinions of us when we're not living our best life and being encouraged to just be ourselves. I wish, some of the things that they say is spending more time with people that we love. Fam, while you have the time to do it now, don't wait till the end of your life and say that. Start doing that with the people you love now. Making spirituality more of a priority. Yeah, putting Jesus first, as you're going to hear me speak on my podcast, is putting him first. How does that look? It could be through prayer. It could be through your service that you do in the community. It could be coming to church services. It could be hanging out with your brothers and sisters in Christ. It could be reading your word. It could be doing Bible studies together. Whatever it may be. But I don't want you to look back over your life and say, I wish I'd have made spirituality or my relationship with God more important. It's time to start doing that right now. Spending too much time at work. Family, I love you. And I love being transparent and honest with you. I don't care where you work at, what job you got. More than likely, you are just a cog in the wheel. And that's the part that some people have it's challenging to believe that, all of the work that I do revolves around me. Fam, if I leave that job, they're going to put somebody else in that spot, and life is going to continue to function the way it was. So what you want to do is make sure you are working the hours that you need to work to make ends meet. But man, make sure you are spending more time with the people that you love and just spending more time at your job, because spending all that extra time at work, man, when it's all said and done, fam, I'm going to be honest with you. It ain't going to amount to much. It's really not. Discovering your purpose early. Family, understand what is it that you need to do now to live your best life? What is it that you gifted to do? It took me, unfortunately, till 30 to find out that I had the gift to run my mouth and teach and motivate and encourage people. And when in all actuality, I've been had the gift. When I was younger, I just didn't discover it and really pay attention to it till I was 30 and actually, start moving in that direction. So family, do me a favor, take time and discover what is that thing that drives you, that motivates you, that keeps you encouraged. Like, man, when I'm doing this makes me so doggone happy. I love doing this. And even if you say it, can I do this for free and still be happy doing it? That means you just get enjoyment out of it. And then if you can do that, and find that thing that, man, you get enjoyment out of it and you just love doing it, I guarantee your life will be that much more better. Expressing our feelings more when you live in your best life. What does that look like? What does that look like to be able to express how you feel, to be able to give your opinion to people, because it is an opinion. That's what this podcasting, this show is all about. It's giving my opinion of my interpretation of what I think. It's helping people live their best lives. Can you do that without getting down and depressed when people are not on the same page with you and agreeing with you about everything that you believe in or have an opinion about? Can you still live your best life with expressing your feelings of how you feel about the situation? And even though they might give you their opinion, their viewpoint on it, fam, if that's how I feel, that's how I feel. And I'm cool with expressing that and understanding that that's going to help me live my best life. Spending too much time worried about things that never happen. Oh my God. We can never talk about that enough. We worry about stuff that we have absolutely no control over. First of all, worrying ain't going to do nothing for you. It's not. The best thing we can do, and we going to worry. Don't get me wrong. We going to worry. That's a given. But worrying ain't going to accomplish nothing in and of itself. What we can do is control the parts of life that we can control and then leave the rest to God, which is the best way to do it. But worrying about things that never happen, fam, that's why we have a whole lot more anxiety than we've ever had. I know we talk about it more, which is good because we need to talk about it. But, man, worrying ain't going to do nothing for us in the end. A great way to get busy living your best life is taking more risk. I always hear that, the coulda, shoulda, woulda stuff. And people don't take enough risk. There is something that, man, you are really been wanting to do. You've been wanting to try it. You've been wanting to take a risk. Some of you are good enough to start your own business, but we're not taking the risk. Some of you are wanting to be in a phenomenal relationship where you get loved the way you deserve to be loved, and you get to love the way you want to love, but we're not taking the risk. You've been wanting to do skydiving, zip lining, jet skiing, traveling around the world. There's some stuff that you've been wanting to take a risk in, and you can't live your best life if you don't choose to take those risks. The stuff that I've taken a risk in and failed at, I can always look back on my life and say, at least I tried it. At least I shot my shot. It didn't work, but I took a risk in it, and I ain't never got to look back over my life and say coulda, shoulda, woulda. We have to care less about other people's thoughts and opinions about us. Most people are not thinking about you as much as you think they are. Let me slow down on that. Most people aren't thinking about you as much as you think they're thinking about you. So what needs to happen is, if I would care less about what other people thought about me, and most of them are not even thinking about me that much, it would help me live my best life. And I want to end with talking about this with I need to love more. I need to love more. The greatest thing you could ever do on this planet, I believe, besides accepting Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, is to love to the fullest. Love to the fullest. That means you are allowing yourself to be loved, and you are loving the way you want to love. You're not allowing the person that you loving on to dictate how you love them, because you living your best life is when you are loving. Living your best life is when you getting a chance to love like you want to love and accepting the love that you deserve. Family, that's one of the greatest feelings in the world. When it's all said and done, all of life boils down to those 4 letters of LOVE. I really believe that, man. Love with everything in your being. In order to live your best life and getting busy living your best life, you have got to get outside the 4 walls of your home or whatever at work, and you can do it at work, and to truly love the way you've been wanting to love. I've never regretted loving the way I love. I've never regretted. I've regretted not giving enough love. I've regretted not receiving enough love, but I've never regretted loving on people and being loved and receiving all the love that I'm supposed to receive. Never have regretted it whatsoever. Part of living my best life is taking better care of myself. As a 57-year-old man, what I would love to tell you, please start thinking about this stuff when you're 18. Start thinking about this stuff in your 20s, early 20s. Start getting a routine of taking care of yourself. What these podcasts are all about is when you live in a balanced life, whether it's financially, relationships, physical, mental, or spiritual. Family, take great care of yourself. Some of us are taking so good care of everybody else around us that we're falling apart because we're not taking care of ourselves. In order for you to live your best life, you have got to take the best care of yourself. So whether that's going out and buying some wonderful cosmetics, if you're doing some healthier eating habits, if it's going out there and doing some type of exercise that's good for you, whether it's going out there and making better decisions, fam, take better care of yourself. when it's all said and done, nobody's going to take better care of you, I believe, than God and you. You got to eat the right foods. You got to do the exercise. You got to do the mental work that needs to be done, whether that's going to a therapist or a counselor. Fam, ain't nobody going to take care of you like you. So take better care of yourself in this lifestyle. I don't even want to call it a season. Taking better care of yourself in this lifestyle. Pay less attention to other people's expectations of you. Yeah, I ain't saying there ain't a couple of people that you like that they give you some expectations because they're pushing you past your own boundaries. But family, please don't get immersed in everybody's opinion and everybody's expectations of you. Do me a favor and make sure that for the people that's closest to you, they might be able to see something in you that you can't see in yourself. That's super important. Listen to those opinions of people that's close to you. But man, people's expectations, people expecting me to be perfect all the time. People going to expect me not to make no mistakes. People going to expect so many things, man. I can't even just put it in the one little couple of little categories, but it's people are always going to expect you more of you or expect you to be perfect and you don't make no mistakes. The cool part about a person that loves studying human beings is I know we as human beings are going to make mistakes. So I don't never put super high expectations on people. Do I expect some things? Yeah, I want you to expect you. I expect you if you come to, just using the rehab. If you come to the rehab, I'm expecting you to learn some of the coping skills that's going to help you live your best life. Just using that one. But I'm not expecting people not to drink or do drugs ever again. I'm not expecting them to always get it right. I'm expecting people to come back and have to do this thing over and over again. Not everybody, but I do expect, it's bound to happen because sometimes we're trying to do something brand new. If you've only been living, say drunk or high all your life, and now you're having an expectation, I'm finna try to live this perfect life. Fam, I'm not gonna do you like that. And I'm praying you wouldn't do yourself like that. So what we should do is pay less attention to other people's expectations of us. We should stay away. Please forgive me. We should stay in touch with old friends. Something that some people that say they don't do enough of. If God puts it on your heart to reach out to a friend, you was thinking about them, fam, make that phone call, make that text. Sometimes we don't do that enough. Sometimes we're expecting people to check in on us. And, why they ain't call me? Why they ain't text me? Why they ain't thinking about me? They probably are, but they doing the same thing you doing. You ain't reaching out with a phone call. You're not sending out a text. Don't look back over your life and say you wish you would have spent more time with old friends. Fam, we are living at a pace that is just ridiculous to me. We are going too fast in the life that we're living. We're going too fast in the aspect that we're not paying attention to the everyday things that we can be doing to make our lives their best. So do me a favor. I want you to get busy living your best life. Don't stop. Don't hesitate to do those things that you know you need to do. Man, I should be eating better. Man, I should be, like I said, reaching out to old friends. Man, I should be spending more quality time together with God. I should be quieting my spirit down and going outside and enjoying nature, looking at the trees and the mountains and looking at all the beautiful things that's around us that sometimes we're in such a hurry that we miss it. I know I've looked at trees in the last week that I hadn't even seen, and I've been taking the same route to work for the last 4 years. And so it was crazy to me to see different trees that were beautiful right in front of me. And I'm like, Lord, I done seen that, drove past this area I don't know how many times and never paid attention to the awesomeness of that tree. So fam, do me a favor, slow down enough to really enjoy the things that are around you. I need you to speak your mind more, because you be having some great ideas. Speak your mind more. There's some people that's around you that want to help you accomplish some things that you've been really wanting to accomplish. I need you to speak your mind more so they'll hear your ideas and find out and know ways on how to help you accomplish those things. But you have got to be able to speak out your dreams and your goals more. Please do that. Touch more lives with the people around you is another good one. Touch the lives of the people that are around you. Family, there's somebody around you that's hurting. You don't even know it and realize it, because if you just look at what they're doing, you'll be thinking like, man, everything in their life is going good and they don't have no issues, they don't have no problems. And you're that one person that just told them that day, man, I really like your smile, or I really love that coat you was wearing, or that jacket, or I like those shoes, or you said something that really sparked a good thought in my life. Family, reach out more to the people that are around you. Say those things that you've been needing to say and been wanting to say. I am so grateful for this time that we've had today, man. I really want you to think about when you're living your best life, man, enjoy more of the moments that's in front of you. Please enjoy it. Please don't rush, man. If it's a good plate of food, I want you to close your eyes and really take in that food that you're having at the moment. When you're going out and sightseeing, really embrace the sights that you are seeing. Family, what I don't want to happen, and I've heard people do this, and it's kooky and crazy, but it's a trip to think about it. Some people go on vacations and take all these pictures, and in the process of trying to take all these pictures, they didn't enjoy the vacation. That is so crazy to me, because they was making sure the angle had to be right, and everything had to be going accordingly. And I'm like, they didn't even get a chance to really fully embrace the vacation because they were so busy and worried about the routine they had, or the agenda they was trying to go be on, and they missed the moment of just being there. By the time this podcast airs, I probably maybe have came back from our trip. We're going to Italy, and there's nothing like thinking about tasting Italian food in Italy. Ooh, man, my insides is going crazy thinking about that. Thinking about embracing, seeing parts of the world that I have never seen before. I don't want to rush that process. I want to really enjoy those moments while we're there. I'm enjoying this moment of being on this podcast with you right now, man. Being able to tell you some of that stuff of enjoy living your best life and not being so busy that you missing out on the little things. You know, for those of you that got little kids, I am telling you, enjoy those moments. It's going to be some times they're going to get on your nerves. It's going to make you feel some type of way. Family, do me a favor. Enjoy those moments. Brothers, don't be trying to rush. I can't wait till the baby is old enough to talk and to speak and to walk and do all that. Enjoy that baby in the womb. Enjoy that baby when they first come out, when you can just look at them 10 fingers and toes, and you can just touch the softness of their skin and just enjoy them, and just being able to say, you know what, this is my baby. You know, God blessed me to be a part of this process, and I want to really enjoy watching my baby grow up, you know, because you're going to look back over your life. And I've been doing this a whole lot more lately. So I take my eyes and I'm playing like I'm taking a picture with my eyes. So I look at something, I close my eyes, and then I open my eyes back up like I was snapping the picture. Because what I don't want to happen is you look at your baby one moment, you close your eyes, you snap the picture, you open your eyes, and your baby's in their 20s, your baby's in their 30s, and you like, man, where did the time go? Because I was in such a hurry for them to grow up and become adults and do all that stuff that I forgot to enjoy their childhood, or they forgot to enjoy their childhood. Because I can't wait till I'm, a teenager. I can't wait till I turn 21. I can't wait till we be doing all this. I can't wait. And I'm going to guarantee you that the experience that you thought was going to happen at that age, it don't happen. Bam. We be getting overexcited about events that, man, it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't as spectacular as you thought it was going to be. Because, when kids be in the house and they talking about, man, I can't wait till I'm old enough to start driving the car, and I can't wait till I, get my own spot and all that. And then you come to find out, like, man, I wish I would have waited to pay all these bills and and have all this responsibility. I wish I would enjoy my childhood. But I want you to think about that, family. Get busy living your best life, but don't be in a hurry doing it. Sit back and enjoy those moments, but go take the risk. Have that, scoop of ice cream. Be in the moment with your grandparents, because they are on their way to the other side of the world, and they on the other way to heaven. Family, enjoy these moments, because you can never get them back. Family, this is your boy John Bacon with another segment of Bacon Bits. Enjoy your best life. God bless. All right, what's up, family? It's your boy John Bacon from the Bacon Bits podcast. Thank you so much for your support, likes, and ratings. Please don't just listen, but rate me, follow me, and subscribe. This is an amazing way to offer free support. My beautiful queen and I have some books that we have written for your growth.
So the first book we have is a workbook, actually. It's called Healthy Relationships, and this is a workbook through the lens of faith. Because what makes a relationship healthy or unhealthy? So this workbook is designed, it's a 12-week, it's a biblically grounded course, and every week has a few different principles. So some of our principles, some of our topics that we're covering are respect, cultivating security. And this is not just between a husband and wife, this is between parents, between siblings, between friends, between your bosses, employers. So it's really important, and everyone deserves a healthy relationship.
And also we have The Balanced Life by John Bacon. It covers how to be prosperous in your finances, relationships, your health, your mind, and your spirit. So you can pick that up on Amazon, also on audiobook. And we also have
The Unraveling, a creative healing journal, pinings, poems, prayers, and ponderings of my precarious life. I've had a testimony of I've had 2 brain tumors and 2 brain surgeries, and I'm super grateful, but I'm still grieving the process of healing, and this is part of the process. In this book you have devotionals, you have prayers, and you have some ponderings, and in between these pages there's a space for you to also be prompted to paint and to create your own, or maybe you want to write something in these books. This is part of your creative healing journal that we get to walk through together.
And you guys can just head over to Kingdom Servants First. Kingdom Servants, the number 1 st.com, and you can purchase all 3 of these books. Thank you for your support, your love, and your contributions. God bless.